All right, class, so today we are going to work on our professional portfolios, okay? So by the end of today's class, you should be able to discover how to access your transcript from your home high school. So generally, we do this by calling the main office number and speaking to the secretary at your high school, okay, to get your transcript. If you have any questions about this or you're having problems accessing this, please let me know and I can do my best to help you get the information you needed, because this is going to be part of our professional portfolio that we are making. So when you do an interview after you graduate from high school, then you will be able to show all of the medical classes that you've taken with me or at New Tech or any of the advanced classes that you may have taken to highlight your skills, okay? So your entry task today is you're going to grab the skills checklist by the time clock and fill it out, okay? It looks like this, okay? This is all of the skills that are on the medical assisting registered checklist that's on the state website. So we are going to be going over this today and I will be helping you fill this out. So please just put your name on it and date it. Do not fill out any of the checking of the list, that's my job, okay? This is also going to be part of your professional portfolio as well. So, and you will be putting all of this stuff into a folder. Now, the folders I have here in class are just plain, like the cardboard ones, but you're going to be placing everything on the checklist that we're going to go over today into sheet protectors. Okay, one piece of document per sheet protector, and then you're going to place it in this folder. However, I do want to mention that I would prefer that this have a clear front on it, but that's not necessarily necessary. If you don't have one or don't have access to that, this is certainly going to be just fine for you to do. You can label this, put your name on it. I have different colors if you'd like, but you can make this your own and make it unique to you, okay? So in our professional portfolio, we are going to include the first thing we're going to do is a resume, okay? So we did resumes earlier for Providence, their apprenticeship program. You can go ahead and print that out and include this in your portfolio, okay? If you want, you can make it generic for this particular assignment. However, if you're applying for some other job besides the Providence apprenticeship program, you're going to want to make this specific to the job that you're applying for, okay? So the goal is that you will take this to an interview and hand them this professional portfolio, and they will look at it and say, hey, this person has a really nice resume that is specific to this job, okay? They're really interested in this particular job, okay? The next thing that you're going to include in your professional portfolio is a cover letter. Okay. Again, this needs to be specific to the job, but for this assignment you can make it generic, and then you would just swap those out if you actually had a job interview or something like that, okay? So with this, you're going to have a cover letter. You're going to talk about all of the things, why you're interested in this job, why they should hire you, highlight your skills and your aptitudes, make sure that they know that you are the person that they want to hire for this job, okay? The next thing that we're going to include in this is your skills checklist. Okay, so this is really important because this is what the state designates you to be able to do as a registered medical assistant, okay? So I'm going to fill this out for you, and not everybody has all of the same skill sets, so I want you to come see me and we'll individually go over this with you, and I'll sign it for you. So that way when you go to apply for a job where you're applying for a medical assistant position, they can say, oh look, these are the skills that are recommended by the state of Washington. Oh look, this person, this applicant can do all of these things, and we don't have to retrain them or do anything else, or we know where to pick up with the training where the skills center left off, okay? So we're gonna do your skills checklist, okay? The next thing that you're gonna include in here is 3 letters of recommendation. All right. Can anyone tell me who is a good person for having a letter recommendation given to you? Who would you ask?
Teachers.
Teachers are great. Yes, Jamal?
Supervisors.
Supervisors, yeah. Any place that you've worked and they've actually like managed your work and seen your work ethic, that's who you're gonna want to ask. How about you, Marion? Yeah, previous employers. Anybody that you worked with before on a professional level, even if they're not really your manager, but they could be like a colleague or a fellow nursing student. I've given letters of recommendation for my fellow cohort in my nursing classes before, okay? Who would you not want to ask for a letter of recommendation? Yes, Jamal?
Friends.
Friends, yes.
Family.
Family. You don't want them to give a biased opinion over you, right? They're gonna say, oh, well, let me tell you, Chloe's the best thing since sliced bread, and you should hire her because she is awesome beyond all measure, and they talk you up, and then you get hired for the job, and then they're like, wait a minute, they're not as awesome as we thought they were. I mean, granted, you do want that, yes, to a certain degree, but we also want honesty and having like a non-biased or a outside opinion, okay? So, all right, so yes, so we want teachers, you could do coaches, counselors, you could do supervisors, okay? So we'll do and don't are friends and family. Okay. Somebody asked me earlier about what if I worked for like family members on their farm, or I did like construction work or something. That's fine, as long as they write it in a work ethic point of view and not from a family standpoint, okay? I don't recommend that you do that, but again, it's totally up to you, okay? And how you feel comfortable in the whole situation, okay? So 3 letters of recommendation. You're also going to include any certificates that you might have earned. So this would include your basic life support certificates and your first aid certificates that you've earned from me. Okay, so BLS and first aid. Okay, you're gonna print these out in a full sheet, not the little wallet size, okay? And if you could do it in color, that's great too. But it doesn't have to be. It just, I think it looks a little bit more professional, you know, that you took the time to go ahead and print that up like that, okay? Any other certificates you might have earned? So if you took Anna's class, certificate. Any other certificates you might have earned, such as BLS, such as BLS, bloodborne pathogens. And if you took like a nursing assisting class last year, you could include that as well. So bloodborne pathogens. Your nursing assistants certificates. okay? Any awards you might have won, okay? For something at school that is applicable to the medical field, okay? And then, so like that would be like certificates of completion, I guess. All right. The next thing that we're going to talk about is, let me just trick myself here, is your transcript. Now, why would your transcript be good to have in a portfolio? Anybody?
Maybe because it shows how motivated you are, or
Yeah.
something like that.
So a lot of places aren't going to look for like grades, but they're going to look at the classes you've taken, okay? So if you took like biophysics or like bioengineering classes before, like when you were in regular high school, before you came here, and then you take medical assisting 1 year and nursing assisting the next year, they're going to say, oh wow, this person's really invested their time into the medical field. We should hire this person, right? That's going to make you stand out more than anybody else than just taking regular general ed high school classes, okay? Is there anything else you think that should be included in this list of things?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So this is a good start. So if you have all of these items in your professional portfolio and you go to an interview, this is going to make you stand out better than somebody who doesn't have anything except for just a resume printed out, okay? They're going to be like, oh wow, this person's super organized, okay? Now I did have you put all of these things in a sheet protector so you guys can make copies of them later. If you are going to actually give this to an employer, I highly recommend that you don't waste all your sheet protectors because they can be expensive. So you can go ahead and just print them off on normal paper or copy them on normal paper and then hole punch them and put them in something like this, okay? But again, I still recommend that you have the clear folder because then the first thing they'll see is your resume, okay? And then they can flip through all of the things that you've applied for, okay? So again, why do you think that a professional portfolio would set you apart from other candidates? Yes.
It'll take less time to read through your portfolio for them because they have a lot more people to go through, and you'll stand out, look cleaner, and you look more efficient.
Exactly. Okay. Also, if you do get called in for an interview for the Providence apprenticeship program, what do you think you should wear to the interview?
Something professional.
Yeah, something professional, okay? You want to dress for the job that you want, not the job you have, okay? Dress for success, okay? So something professional being, yeah, you could wear scrubs if you're applying for a medical assistant job, but you probably want to wear something a little bit nicer, business casual is always pretty recommended. What do you not want to wear?
Ripped clothes,
Work
revealing
clothes. Yeah, regular street clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna wear something with holes in it?
Mm-mm.
No. Are we gonna wear jeans?
Mm-mm.
No. Are we gonna wear khakis?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna wear some dress pants?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna wear a nice blouse or a skirt?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. We want to make sure that we've brushed our hair and we've brushed our teeth and we look clean and presentable and professional. Okay. A lot of people don't get jobs because they're not dressed appropriately. They may have the skill set, but they come in to meet the candidate, and they're like, whoa, they can't take care of themselves, so how are they going to be able to take care of our patients? Okay, so, all right, so, for our exit task today, what can you tell me, something that you learned today, Jamal?
I learned what a recommendation letter is and how to ask for one.
Okay, good. And how do you ask for that?
I go to the person that I feel like would be a good candidate to write a recommendation letter for me, an unbiased one,
Okay.
and see if they would.
Okay. Do you generally ask them in person? Do you
Yeah.
email them?
Ask them in person.
Ask in person,
Mhm.
yeah. It depends on the person's preference too.
Mhm.
So, like, personally, I have so much on my plate that if you ask me for a letter recommendation, I'll probably forget unless you email me. So, okay. All right. What did you learn today, Chloe?
I learned everything that you need to have to make up a professional portfolio.
Okay. All right. So, what was one thing that stood out for you on the portfolio that you think is super important?
Probably like the resume and the cover letter.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that needs to be specific to the job that you're applying for. Yeah, exactly. How about you, Marion?
Also how to make a professional portfolio.
Okay. All right. What's one thing that stuck out for you?
The cover letter, since I've never made a cover letter.
Never made a cover letter before. All of this. Did you apply for the Providence Apprenticeship Program?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh well, it's over now. It's already closed. So no, but that's okay. There'll be other opportunities. Chaz has an apprenticeship coming up here in July. In July is when they're June or July. So I have their website if you're interested in doing that. But maybe you're not interested in doing medical assisting. So okay. So have you guys checked the status of your application at all? You guys should check the status of your application.
Online?
So,
Yeah, I check that daily.
Oh, you check it daily?
Mhm.
Good for you.
Wait,
Way
where
to
do you
be.
check it?
On the
So you
website.
go to their website and you log in.
Okay, what's the website?
It's providencescalling.jobs. And so you just click that and go. All right, anybody have any other questions about our professional portfolio?
For the e-card, should I always have it on my email, or just should I have that printed?
I would print it, and so for your portfolio, I would recommend that you print it out in a full sheet of paper in color if you can, so it looks nicer. However, I do recommend that you print the wallet size one out and laminate it, or if you don't have a laminator, you can always just use like packing tape. So just clear packing tape and seal it all up and be like, look at my card, so cool, I can BLS you. So, all right. Any other questions?
No.
All right, thanks guys, and we'll see you guys later.